Welcome back to another Clash of Clans video. It is Dada here. Today I want to kind of go over the bowler attack. I haven't done a bowler video yet, but it's as people are moving into Town Hall 11. I think it's basically the best attack to use. It's the most guaranteed. I've been trying to play around with some other ones. I have a hog video up there and stuff like that, but this one is super reliable to 3-star Town Hall 10s as a Town Hall 11, and also get high percentage 2 stars against other Town Hall 11s, which is really what we're looking for. If you're Town Hall 11 and you can knock out a completely max 10 consistently, that's good enough for me. We have me and Armac for now. I mean, there might be some other 11s coming over. A bunch of people are moving up soon. But so basically, I wanted to 2 wars ago. Let's see. So let's start with this one. So when scouting a base, as you can see, it's max 10. As you probably know too from previous videos, I love me some troop draws. Got to get these troops out of here. So this one, let me figure out how to do this. Nope. How do you do this? Like this. Okay, this one, obviously you can see the radius here. It's not really looking too good anywhere over here. I eventually decided to start from here. I know that if I can take out this structure, the hogs will break the radius. So basically what I'll do is I'll start my queen walk wherever makes sense as far as drawing the troops out. Now, something I've started noting is that the position of the air defenses can kind of screw you up sometimes. You don't want to be in a situation where your queen, it's hard to explain. If you want the queen to walk this way, you need a baby dragon over here, and you need to drop your healers to this side of her so that they can stay away from the air defense. That actually didn't even end up happening in this one. Things kind of went awry, but let's get into it. So I started my baby dragon first to try to clear some of this crap out of the way so that to ensure the queen would walk this way. She doesn't always behave herself, as experienced queen walkers will know. So I went over there. I was trying to get her to go over here and take out this archer tower so I could hit up this double cannon. That actually didn't happen. Now this is where scouting a base thoroughly can come into play. Because as you can see, my plan went awry. This went down. This didn't go down. And now she's walking a way that I didn't even want her to walk. The healers will be also coming into contact with the air defense, which is bad. So remembering what the radius was and trying to keep a vision of it in your head, I just stretched the walkout a little bit longer. I knew that where the radius was in general. Obviously, you drop a poison, you're only going to have one poison for these, so it's not like the Town Hall 9 and 10 ones where you got two. But I dropped the warden set on ground with the queen every time with the queen walk. The other big thing I'd like to cover in this is the funnel. You need a good funnel. As you can see, these troops here are far away from the queen. Oops. Let me zoom out here. I drop the 7 bowlers every time with 2 healers. I start with 4, which is a normal queen walk. And I'm trying to create a big-ass funnel here, okay? This funnel's a little funky. And as you can see, I spread out the remaining bowlers here. And after that, it's just about dropping your jump spells in places where it makes sense to. Trying to activate your warden, catching all the, bowlers that you can up in there. It's actually good that a couple wandered around the bottom. It usually is in these attacks. You don't want your whole group of bowlers wandering around, but a couple of them wandering can be good. And obviously this was 3 stars, which is why I made a video on it. I want to go over one more that's a little less funky. Oh, that's Rmax. That's Rmax too. What was mine? I'll just go over this one, right? So this is not a 3-star, and that's fine. Against a base like this, any kind of 2-star over 70% is awesome. If we all get those kind of 2-stars against another clan and they beat us, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, that's pretty good. So in this base, I was trying to build a funnel. The troop draw wasn't terrible. This is the best place I decided to draw troops. So let's get into it here. Baby dragon down. Queen. You notice how I dropped them to this side of the queen. I'm wary of this air defense. I don't want him over here so that, you know, she'll start walking here and they'll be getting shot up. So I did that. That archer tower needed to go down. Here go the hogs. Even though they didn't go exactly where I wanted them to, it worked out. The big thing I wanted to note here that I know people struggle with all these attacks is the funnel. So first of all, I had a way that I wanted her to walk. But when you see which way she's actually walking, which she is obviously going this way, you're going to build your funnel where she's walking every time. And you're going to leave it wide like this. You don't want to build a funnel here and send everything in here, because then they're going to start wandering around here. That's not a... So you build the funnel over here. Don't worry about the artillery. I mean, it's kind of a pain, but, you know, it's not too bad when you got max bowlers. And the rest of it is just fun. Just, you know, spell placement. I really wanted to illustrate the funnel. You need a wide funnel for these bowlers. And they're almost self-funneling as far as, you know, their little boulders skip over targets. So, you know, they can create some room for themselves to get up in the middle. This one was actually almost a 3-star. I don't know what I could have did. I could have held on to a spell, I think. Maybe activated their ability earlier. I'm not sure. It was really close. We ended up winning the war. It was pretty good. One more attack. I'll just... yes, I'm making one now. You're in it. Good old Jake. Glad he came back. Great addition to the clan. Need to get that guy to make some videos. Anyway, there's one from last war that I think was a good example. This one. Okay. So here's another thing, right? This is... it's an 11, but, you know, it's basically a 10, I guess. Well, they have another expo. I don't know. It's not a great base for a Town Hall 11. So notice here, I started here away from the air defense this time because I just wasn't about that. Notice too where I dropped the healers. I dropped the baby dragon on this side. I wanted the queen to walk this way, so I dropped the healers on this side of her to keep them protected from anything in here that's going to shoot at them. Air defenses or whatever. Warden goes down. Here comes the troop draw, and they still have the castle highlighted. You can see them breaking the radius there. You're gonna have to wait a little longer. You see where the poison spell went down was where they're gonna engage. It's not like the Town Hall 9 and 10 one where you kind of catch them as they're coming out of the castle, cascading. This one, you want them to sit in the poison while your queen shoots at them. Which is what happened. Well, pretty much what happened. So now that I see she's clearly walking this way. Clearly. Funnel. A wide funnel. You see all this space here? That's what you want. Because you're going to have a big group of bowlers that you're sending up. And I guess I didn't really cover this, but I do giants in the castle. Now, you get maybe wondering about the position of this baby dragon. Ideally, for real, if we can get the queen walking this way, and the other group of bowlers also walking this way, it'll converge with the rest of your troops in the middle, and so will the healers. So they'll continue to heal your squad as they move through the base. That's the trick. You know, you don't want to be in a situation where your queen is walking this way. I don't know what's wrong with this damn thing. You don't want to be in a situation where your queen is walking this way, and you're starting to build the funnel. You don't want to be in a situation where your queen is walking this way, and you build a funnel over here, and they're also walking this way, and then you send your bowlers in, your main squad, essentially unprotected. I mean, they have giants tanking, but they have nothing healing them. You got a bunch of squads wandering around the outside. So in a perfect attack, in my mind, everything comes together in the middle. Jump in. I like to rage pretty soon through that base. Activate your warden in a way that makes sense. Wall break the giants in. You know, that's basically my squad. And I do the same squad every time. Sometimes I might switch up the jump spells if it makes sense on a ring base. Sometimes maybe you'll only need one jump spell, but 90% of the time I need both. And as you can see, my squad is like this. All right, king, queen, warden, CC giants, 2 baby dragon, 6 healer, 22 bowlers, 6 wall breakers, poison for troops, 2 jump to move through the base. I usually do a heal, just 1 heal. I mean, you have 6 healers. You know, you don't need millions of heal spells and things like this. Big thing is bowlers are pretty slow, but if they can move through the base quick enough, they'll knock it out. 2 hogs for troop draw, that's another thing. Anyway, more videos to come soon. Good luck.